Hi, everybody. I hope you can hear me okay. We're going to talk about where Jesus spends the Passover. In the last video, so please watch that. I'll link it above. We start to decipher what's going on at the Passover. There is an entity that comes in called the Destroyer. And so you'll want to take a look at that energy, okay? But at this Passover in Mark 12, there's quite a different energy here and where we are going. It was the first day of unleavened bread, which is the Passover. When they killed the Passover, his disciples said unto Jesus, Where wilt thou that we go and prepare, that thou mayest eat the Passover? And Jesus sent forth two of his disciples and said, Go into the city, there you shall meet a man bearing a pitcher of water. Follow him. Okay, despite what Christianity teaches, the first book of the Bible says that God put the stars in the heavens for signs, for appointments, for seasons, that we would recognize these things. And so to look at the stars is okay according to God. He put them there for signs, seasons, and appointments. Okay, so the man bearing a pitcher of water is the Aquarius sign, the Aquarian age, which despite what Christianity thinks is a wonderful thing, because in the Aquarian age is when Jesus will return with his kingdom. Okay, so that is actually happening right now. We're on the cusp of that. Jesus represented the Piscean age, and this is why he's the Vesica Pisces. And he also was the fisher of men, so-called fisher of men. Okay, so let's talk about the symbolism of the Pisces, the fisherman, and the Aquarius, the water bearer, so you can understand these more fully. Jesus is the one who's going to, the man before Jesus, okay, had been a hunter like Esau. And man was, as a hunter, he was involved in carnal activities, which is lust of the flesh, which made man reflect beast. So you have to understand that you are what you eat. You are what you surround yourself with. You are what you focus your eye on. Jesus said, when your eye is single, there's only one single eye, and it's right here. So though Christians run from the new age here, Jesus said, when your eye is single, right here, okay? Your whole body is full of light. If you focus on light, and that's all you focus on, you're going to transform yourself into a light being. But when your eye is evil, the whole body becomes dark. Okay, so what you focus on is what you become. In the Piscean age, men were hunters of other men. Men were hunters of other men in the Piscean age. And what Jesus tried to do is fish the men out of that mindset. So man in the Piscean age is always seeking for the evil one. Okay? They're always on the hunt. They're always looking to get the evil politician, the evil teacher, the evil religious leader, the evil movie star, they're always looking for evil. When you look for evil, how does it work, Jesus? You become evil. When you focus your eye on darkness, the whole body becomes dark. And that is what man did. That is what man did. He became a very carnal being, very much involved in flesh activities. So any of the sin that you correlate with lust of the flesh, any of it. And man totally went gung-ho into the deep darkness. That's the Piscean age. Where do they go? Into the abyss. The abyss is the deep chasm of the ocean. It's also the deep chasm of hell. It's the lake of fire. Jesus is the one who wants to fish them out of the lake of fire. Okay? Now, we haven't realized Jesus' teachings yet. Jesus' teachings are going to be from the Aquarian age, the Aquarius, the water pitcher, the man with the water pitcher. Okay, so a little bit more about the Piscean age. It's when we were led by the destroyer, because what the destroyer does is he takes away your firstborn. Okay, so this is the Passover. This is the last plague on Egypt. So you guys be aware that it is the last plague of Egypt right now. We are realizing that the destroyer, he said, put blood over your lintels, your doorposts. And what that represents is the hearth of the fireplace. There's a mantle, you have the two side posts, and he said, smear it with blood. Well, if that's your hearth is your heart, and you're smearing your heart with blood, okay, what you are going to turn into, what gore means, blood and gore, you've been on the hunt looking for the evil and becoming evil because you are looking for evil, and you smear your doorposts with, that means your house is filled with gore, coagulated blood. It literally means the root etymology of the word gore is moral filth. Moral filth. So the destroyer says, put moral filth on your doorpost. Go in and eat the flesh of the Passover dead lamb. Eat the flesh of the Passover with bitter herbs. This is the Piscean age. We're eating the flesh, and it's with bitterness. And what's bitterness in the Bible? It's leaven and it's poison. It's poison. What does Moses do in the desert? He strikes the rock and bitter waters comes out. He's feeding them poisonous waters, urine, acid waters. What's Jesus? Living waters. Okay, so in the age of the destroyer of Pisces, he said, if you do that, I won't kill your firstborn. He lied completely. The destroyer said, smear it with blood, with carnality, with flesh, with lust, with violence, with competition, with the hunt. Smear it with the hunt, and I will spare you. He lied. What he did instead is took all of them. So maybe he didn't lie. He took the whole family, the firstborn, the secondborn, the third, the mom, the dad, the grandma. He took them all out into the wilderness. And instead of killing them on Passover night, he killed them in the desert. It is stated in the Bible that 2 people from the whole lot of Egyptians who were supposed to be saved, only 2 survived. Not even Moses survived to make it into the promised land. 2 people, Joshua and somebody else. 2 survived. So he lied. Not only did he take the firstborn, he took every born. Okay? He took all the members of the family out there and killed them in the desert. Okay? So once again, your firstborn man is the Piscean man. The man who's the fisherman. Yes, he's hunting. He's the outdoorsy man. And this is symbolic because to be outdoors can make you very healthy. But when you are continually on the hunt for flesh, you are going to take on the carnality. You are acting like a carnivore. You are acting like a beast. This is first man Adam being beastly. He is a beast. Okay. Now, along comes Jesus, and he's trying to fish us out of our habits and our customs and all of that addiction that we have to the hunt. Let's talk about who's evil today. Let's go look up on the internet. Who are they burning at the stake today? Good. We love it. If the people were back in Jesus' time, they would go to watch the crucifixion. They would love to see the gore. That's what we do now. Yes, we're not going physically out to Golgotha, but we are watching the exact same thing on our feeds. Okay? What you feed on is what you become. And everybody's looking for the drama. Who's the bad guy? Where's the evil one? Let's seek them out and hunt them and kill them. Okay? Okay, Jesus wanted to bring in the Aquarian, the water pitcher. Okay, so when you hunt people and when you eat flesh, what happens to your system? Oh my gosh. I study words, so I'm understanding what happens to your system. You take in the flesh and out comes uric acid. So in flesh, you guys, there is the remnant in the flesh of the animal's last meal. And it's processing to make urine, and it's processing to make feces. And it doesn't get to process all of that because you kill it before it's done eating, before it's done digesting. Uric acid is literally the word gutter. Gutter. So when you are eating of the gutter, that's what you become. When your mind is in the gutter, that's what you become. Okay, filled with guttural stuff, okay? Okay, the gut is also the pit, right? The abdomen, the intestines, okay? Okay, in comes Jesus with his clean water, the water pitcher. He's the Aquarian age. So right here, again, you shall meet the man bearing a pitcher of water. I'll tell you who else in the Bible's a representation of this. It's Rebecca. And you can go study that in the Old Testament. Rebecca also represents the Aquarian age, the pitcher of water. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what kind of waters this Aquarian age where Jesus wants to hold the Passover. No more on the ground level. Jesus is going to participate in the Passover in the water pitcher's house in the upper chambers of the man's house. In the upper chambers of the man's house. Okay, higher thinking, higher level of the sky, heavenly chambers, not the judge's chambers below. He's going to practice this in the chambers above, the upper chambers of that house, okay? Okay, so Genesis 1:7, God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. So I will tell you right now, when you are in the Piscean age, you are in the waters under the firmament. The urine waters, the waters of the lake of fire, the waters of hell, the abyss, the ocean waters, the abyss waters. That's where you are in the Piscean age. And that's where you celebrate the Passover, okay? And passing through the Red Sea is the lake of fire, by the way. Red Sea, lake of fire. Okay. Then there's waters above the firmament, believe it or not. And the sign of Pisces is the two currents of water. That's the sign of Pisces, the water bearer. Okay. What the waters above are, it's literally star information from the heavens. It's star information from the heavens being poured out. Poured out. It's stardust. Stardust. So first man, Adam, is made of the dust of the earth. He's dirty, gory, on the hunt all the time. But you go from dust to dust and ashes to ashes. And there's two types of dust in the Bible. One is earthly, dirty, gory, hunter, challenge, drama, all the time. The other one is quite different. It is actually called light particles, vapor, clouds. It's the mist that rises up. It's glittery, sparkly light particles is the other dust that you are moving to. Okay? This is what the Aquarian age pours out. It's star dust. Now, stardust glimmers and shines. It has a metallic reflection, right? Because stars make metals. They make the elements of the periodic table, which are mostly metals. This is what stars do. They're factories to produce elements that we live in, okay? So this is a glittery stardust, and what it represents is Horfrost. Horfrost in the Bible it's the shiny silver. Hor means silver. Horfrost is what pours out of the water pitcher. Stardust, hoarfrost. It looks like little glimmering silvery frost that covers the earth. That's what he's pouring out. Okay, here it is in the Bible. Horfrost. Cup. The cup. Trust me, the picture of the Aquarian is the cup. It's the butler in Genesis 40. It is the cup, okay? The cup that he's pouring out is the hoarfrost. Okay, let's go to the root. Oh, this is what's going to make atonement for you. Of course it would. The hoarfrost, the living water makes atonement for you. Okay, this is your pitch, what you're covered with. Okay, so let's go to frost. And I'll show you right here. Right here. And when the dew that lay was gone up, behold, upon the face of the wilderness there lay a small round thing, as small as the hoarfrost on the ground. And what is this beautiful thing? When the children of Israel saw it, they said to one another, it is manna. It is manna. The Aquarian age, which we are moving from the Piscean age into the Aquarian age, people will no longer lust after the carnage. They will no longer hunt the evil one. They will realize that the purpose of Jesus Christ for this purpose, the Son of God was manifested, that he might destroy the works of the devil. Through his death, Jesus destroyed the one who has the power over over death, who is the devil. Jesus already killed the evil one. What are we hunting? Phantoms and ghosts is what we hunt. Phantoms and ghosts. And it turns us into but a trace, but a shadow of our true selves. So if this is something that you want to do, you want to go out and hunt the evil ones, and you love to watch the drama out there, you are but a ghost yourself. Don't you want the fullness of your being, the fullness of who you are? Then you must receive the manna, the hoarfrost, the stardust of the Aquarian age. It's the living water. It's the living water, the new being, the transfigured being, the redeemed being, the raptured being is, where can I search? search this. Let's see if it'll show. He is one who is focused on, it's first man Adam versus last Adam. Two different men, two different species of men. First man Adam is the hunter, the caveman, dumb. And last Adam is a quickening spirit. He's a transfigured spirit. Okay? His raiment was white as the light. His face did shine as the sun, and the sun is a star. And we are transfigured. Okay. You become a star being, a person from the heavens, which is an angel. And then you don't look at darkness anymore. You look at light. And you reflect that light. Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels. Okay? Yes, a stranger from a foreign land. Why? Because you're eating stardust. You're eating manna from heaven. You don't eat flesh anymore. You eat manna from heaven. It's stardust. It's the Aquarian age. It's the waters above. It's the man with the water pitcher. Okay? You see that in the Bible, Jesus transforms the food. Okay? Where in Exodus 12, they were eating flesh and bitter herbs. In Jesus' Passover, that blood lust turned into wine, and the body of Christ, which Christ is a representation of the universe. He is stardust also. Okay? This is why the Magi followed the star. It was pointing to the star child. Okay? Okay. That's it. I hope you can accept some of these things as truth, because if you study the Bible long enough and deep enough, there's no other way to read it. Okay? Thank you for being here. I will see you in the next video.